Judge sides with U.S. Soccer in the U.S. Women's National Team equal pay lawsuit. Joe Biden gets involved. St. Edward's University out of Texas gets rid of men's soccer. U of A battling a $7.5 million revenue shortfall. All of this on episode 497 on the Coach Cameron podcast. So up first, we're going to be talking about the U.S. Women's National Team. I like my shirt. This is a sweet shirt. This was made by my brother-in-law, John Shepard. He is one creative dude, and it was a company I owned called the Soccer Skill Store. It failed miserably. One of my many failed companies. That's what I do. But I will, through my failure, I will hopefully overcome. And speaking of failure, a federal judge in California ruled in favor of the United States Soccer Federation on most of the key points in the ongoing wage discrimination lawsuit brought to you by the U.S. Women's National Team player pool, dealing a potential fatal setback to the players in the high-profile case. That's super fun, but don't worry. Joe Biden is here to save women's soccer. Look at those beautiful teeth. He is a wonderful human being. He is here to save women, but not only potentially rape them, but he's here to save them. He says in a tweet, equal pay now, period, not exclamation point, period. Or else when I'm president, you can go elsewhere for World Cup funding. What? What a dumb tweet. He has no clue what he's talking about at all. It's a problem. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No one can stand a politician. Well, if you can, you got problems. Big problems. Oh, what's going on? We got Medulla Oblongata here to help us.
Medulla Oblongata in the house.
What up? How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Just get on with it.
I just have one statement to make.
Sweet.
One statement only. And my statement is, whatever Beyonce is making, I want that. I want the same moolah for my medulla. And I'm out. Nice knowing you. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks, Medulla. He's a good friend of mine that's always trying to interject his thoughts, and we try to keep his medulla oblongata out of here, but I can't control that guy half the time. But back to U.S. women's football. They say U.S. women's football team pledged to continue equal pay fight. And the final word is fight. We have to stop fighting. It doesn't help. When you try to fight through force, meaning we're going to go to a lawsuit, we're going to make them give you what you want. And I get a lot of people enjoy that, like making people stay inside and take away their freedoms. Oh, it's about lives matter. I'm like, okay. You have to see everything, what's going on. You can't force. It doesn't work. Some like people being forced, being told what they do as they enjoy whatever comforts they have, while others suffer. It doesn't work, people. It doesn't work at all. There's going to be resistance. This whole shutdown we're going through with small business, Costco's going nuts. Don't worry, we wear masks on Monday in Arizona anyways. Walmart. So, I mean, everyone's congregating. People are having parties and stuff, and they're on their little... They're still socializing. We haven't stopped anything. It hasn't changed anything. Whatever the coronavirus is going to be, it's going to go through that no matter what. We're slowing it down. I thought the whole point of this was to slow the spread, which we did. And apparently it's not slow enough. So I just think this whole thing where states just need to govern themselves in a way that they're not pressured by New York or some other place. It's not the same. We're not the same. But whatever, I shouldn't be talking about because I don't have enough information. None of us do. Because if you think you know, that I know, that you know, that I know, no one knows anything. We don't. I'm not going to claim I know this. I'm frustrated. And it's frustrating. Pay attention to the past. People will rise up. It's happened over and over again. You can't stop it. People will rise up and throw a fit, and that's what's going to happen. So here we are with the pressure and force, and it doesn't do well, and it just never has. But I digress. And okay. Medulla oblongata is back once again, as
I'm
always.
sorry, Coach Cameron. I can't. I need to speak my medulla oblongata. Is that okay?
Sure.
This will be my last interruption on
Cool.
your podcast.
All right, good. Get on with it.
Okay, really quick. I love women. I love women so much that I want my woman in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
What?
But I also want to be in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody belongs in the kitchen. Because the kitchen has food for my medulla oblongata. I'll see you next week, Coach Cameron. Come on.
I didn't know where he was going with that, but yeah. So food. It does have food. Here we go with things being cut. We are at St. Edward's University Division II, Austin, Texas. Citing financial restraints posed by COVID-19, St. Edward's University has cut its men's soccer program. Also being cut is men's and women's golf, men's and women's tennis, and cheerleading programs. I am deeply grateful to the coaches who have worked diligently over the years to build a nationally recognized and well-respected programs. The coaches and student athletes in these programs are talented and hardworking, and I respect them immensely. That's from the Associate Vice President of Athletics, Debbie Taylor. She also says, as we make this difficult transition, I know that all of our coaches and staff members have our students athlete as top priority and will work closely with them to support their needs. No, you won't. Whatever. And this is what we're dealing with. It's getting bad. And I don't think people are recognizing the universities are going to be impacted big time. Speaking of impacted, U of A, the University of Arizona Athletic Department projects a $7.5 million revenue shortfall for the current fiscal year ending in June due to the current coronavirus outbreak, and it has frozen all athletic spending, hiring, and raises according to the internal memo obtained by U.S. Today's Sports. This is going to have a trickle-down effect. It's a big deal, and when you have big institutions leading the way, it's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect me. It's going to affect everyone that's in college. It's going to have major ramifications. This is a big deal. It is scary. These times are goofy, and we need to find a way out of this mess. And I'm hopeful that there is a way to do so. So I don't know. It is scary to think about where we're heading, and I'm just grateful I have a job right now. I don't know how long that's going to last, but these are crazy times, and for everyone just painting one side of the picture versus both, you just don't know what's going on. It is scary, and hopefully this can come to an end. It just needs to. I hope. So anyways, thanks for joining me on this Saturday on the Coach Cameron podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm hopeful that you guys are healthy, you're staying safe, and you find a way through this and financially make it. Hopefully, mentally you can make it. Speaking of mentally, do the Wim Hof. Take a cold shower. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run 5K today as well because I'm a man or female warrior, whatever you want to call it. I am out. I'll see you guys on Monday. Taking tomorrow off.